Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Lights Up, Lights Down and another look at what's going on in the MX5 Restorer workshop. So follow me. We've got this Mk3 in here which is coming for one of our full underseals and cavity waxing. Really important to do these on Mk3s because we're starting to see some really serious rust issues on them. This one itself was actually quite nice underneath, but as you can see we get everything covered. The main areas to watch on the Mk3s are sort of around this area. We're seeing a lot of rust problems there. We've recently seen one with a rust hole big enough here for us to get our fist into. These rust out, and so does the subframe. So yeah, they're sort of the first areas to look for. Normally this is covered with sort of a kind of sound deadening material to reduce tyre noise, which doesn't help the issue because you just can't see it. So yeah, if you've got a Mk3, definitely look at getting it under sealed either by us or anyone else. We've asked them to send us an email and we can get a price for it. This yellow JT Limited, we've seen this a couple of times, this one. About 6 years ago we did the rear seals and arches on it for him. A lot of other work, it's looking quite dusty at the moment. But it's in for a few things now. He wants to now have a full underseal, or redo the underseal because I think we did it last time. A little bit of rust has started to show itself sort of around here and under through here, so we've removed the wings and cleaned this up. The screen's going to come out a bit later today. There's a tiny bit of blister in there. So yeah, we're going to get a good look at that. The driver's door developed an issue where the mirror started to wobble about, and what we discovered was that the captivated nut had snapped off here and then it fatigue cracked around here. So this door is going to be replaced, and then the car's having another full respray, so that'll be looking really lovely again. This one over here, this is a really nice low mileage example. Had a bit of rust on the bottom of the front wings, so it's having new wings, they're going to be painted and it's in for a full underseal and cavity wax. Slight issue at the moment though, we can't locate and neither can the owner locate the locking wheel nut tool or locking cap tool. So we're going to have to make one of them later today and try and get these wheels off so we can then carry out the underseal. This one here, this has had, you might have seen this, I can't remember if this was in the previous What's Going On video, but this one's had...
I think it was.
Was it? This one's had the rear seal was done, so that's inners, outers. I think this one was up to about here somewhere. That's all painted, that's just going to need a bit of flatting back, polishing, and then that one will be ready to go. We're waiting for Gasgold Pro to go on this one, which should hopefully be with us tomorrow, so we can get that fitted. In terms of cars on the ramps, that's pretty much it. Chris's car's still up there. I don't think he's really done anything to that one.
No, but I'm planning on being here all weekend this weekend, so there'll be an update on that one next week.
Cool. This one's seals, so you can see the typical issue. So we'll be cutting that probably around about here somewhere. We'll try and keep it down below the door shut because that keeps the price down for the customer, but that will really depend on what we find internally. We always look at the internal face because that's the most important thing.
Doesn't look too bad, does it?
No, it looks like that one will be okay. Outside, so just a very quick look at stuff outside. As you can see, we're not very busy. We don't have many cars in at the moment. This one, we've got an issue with it blowing a 10 amp fuse on the indicator circuit.
It's labelled up as meter
Circuit, okay.
Which is all the
indicators, knocks out some of the rev counter. Fuel gauge, does that get knocked out?
Yeah, fuel gauge, oil pressure, coolant.
Really intermittent, really difficult to diagnose, but you just have to spend the time and get it done. And then just a quick pan across the few cars you're on at the moment. I'll just talk about this one. This one came in for no oil pressure. We removed the oil pump, sorry, the oil filter, put in another oil filter, ran it for enough time to expect that oil filter to be filled, and there's literally no oil in there whatsoever. So we've got to suspect failed oil pump, which unfortunately will probably need a replacement engine. We'll get back to the customer on that later this week. Yeah, so a little bit of insight of what's going on at the moment in the MX5 Restorer, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
See ya.